3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday. I hope you kept warm and that you were safe over the weekend. I had a fantastic girls' weekend, and I will let you know later on this week where exactly I stayed. It was wonderful. Before we head into today's interview and the recommendation, today's riddle. I have only one eye, but I can't see. What am I? The US government-funded DREAMS program and the Ministry of Sport, Youth and National Services launched a labour market assessment report which identifies economic growth sectors as well as occupational and entrepreneurship opportunities for adolescent girls and young women in Namibia. This report is critical to charting an economic pathway for young women. The assessment identifies 7 economic growth sectors in the districts where DREAMS is implemented, including wholesale and retail trade, artisanal sectors, information technology, and hospitality. The report also points out specific occupation within each sector as potential employment and self-employment avenues for young women. According to Dr. MacDonald Homer, USAID country representative, economic disparity related to gender inequality is an ongoing and complex driver of HIV. Implementing robust and evidence-based economic strengthening interventions is a priority for DREAMS in order to strengthen young women's self-efficiency and decision-making power in relationships and to decrease their reliance on transactional sex. While the Namibian market has held potential, it has taken a true Motul believer to turn it into an opportunity. John Simpson's appointment as the official Motul distributor in Namibia represents an important milestone in Motul's African expansion plan. It is also excellent news for vehicle owners in the country who share his passion. John demonstrates his faith in the product range by offering oil analysis and assisting customers in understanding the health of their fleet. He also initiated multiple dealership activations as part of his strategy to persuade retailers to stock and recommend Motul's premium motor oils and additives. John is delighted to have this opportunity to contribute to the expansion of Motul Africa's footprint and to give Namibian motorist and heavy-duty fleet owners increased access to the world's finest synthetic oils and additives. Prior to his involvement, there was only limited stock of Motul products in Namibia and almost no retail opportunities for motorists or bikers. The first phase of the rollout involved identifying dealers that already had some familiarity with the brand and helping them branch out from using Motul oils and additives in-house to selling them. June is Men's Health Awareness Month. A healthy body houses a healthy mind is placed under the lens when we consider that a healthy mind and healthy body must go hand in hand to support a healthy human being. This June, the Cancer Association of Namibia places the holistic health of our Namibian men at the forefront, simply because we can no longer detach the one from the other, says Rolf Hansen, CAN's chief executive. Medical studies have shown that continuous emotional and negative stress severely influence and compromise the immune system. It is therefore critical that the bigger picture must be seen to address health issues. While hereditary and genetic factors influencing cancer are noted, these only contribute to 5 to 10% of all cancer cases, whereas the remaining 90 to 95% have their roots in the environment and lifestyle. Rolf Hansen added that studies show that important lifestyle factors that affect the incidence and mortality of cancer include tobacco, alcohol, diet, obesity, infectious agents, environmental pollutants, and radiation. These elements are linked to other severe and life threatening disease, and mental health is intertwined then too.
I'm gonna take you on a ride. We're gonna burn through the night. Why you're so salty? I'll still take a bite.
This morning, we are chatting with Namibia College of Open Learning Program developer, Imogene Hilukiluah. Welcome to Africa. Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Aina. Thank you for having me.
All right, it's a pleasure. Now, for viewers outside of Namibia, Namcol provides learning opportunities for adults and outside of school youth. Now, recently, you developed a new course which is called Diploma in Sign Language Interpretation. What does the course entail and when did it begin?
Well, we had our first intake in 2021. The Diploma in Sign Language Interpreting is a 2-year program covering 7 modules over 4 semesters. These modules focus on principles of sign language, acquisition of signs on specific fields such as medical, educational, law, and etc. Also deaf culture and linguistics of sign language.
All right. Now, how did you come about developing this curriculum?
Well, Namcol does regularly assess of market needs, and through those assessments, one of the results came out that there's a need for a diploma in sign language interpreting. So we consulted and approached a lady from Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture to come on board and help with the development of the curriculum. We invited different stakeholders which came together, and we looked at other countries such as Iceland, South Africa and Kenya to look at their curriculums and to come on board with our own Namibian curriculum for this diploma.
Amazing stuff. Consultation is really key when you are developing a curriculum. Now, how many students are enrolled currently, and how do you go about teaching them? What are some of the techniques that you guys use?
Okay, so we currently have 19 students enrolled for this program. Even though Namcol is a distance education learning institution, this program is a practical program, so we offer this program face-to-face sessions.
All right, so I understand that Friday was National Disability Day. Why is it important that both the hearing and non-hearing world is able to communicate with sign language?
Well, we always talk about inclusivity,
Yes.
and for the deaf Namibians, their mother tongue is sign language. And in order for them to communicate with others, the biggest challenge is lack of information, such as on health services and etc. And in order for them to get information, we need to communicate with them through sign language.
All right, now I love that you say we need to communicate. Does sign language in Namibia differ from other countries, or is it the same?
Yes, every country has their own sign language. We have the Namibian Sign Language, South African Sign Language, the British Sign Language, for example. But the root is the same. There's only differences with the movements, the hand shapes, but deaf Namibians could easily communicate with anyone across the world.
All right. Now, Bank Windhoek is supporting your course. In what ways are they supporting?
We are very thankful for Bank Windhoek, who came on board to sponsor our first year students. That allowed our students to focus on their studies rather than, the money to be able to pay for the program. Many of these students, the interest came from having a hearing impaired family member, or simply the interest of coming on board and be able to communicate with people who are deaf. So we are very grateful. I believe the bank clients are also the hearing and the deaf, and this allow for frontline staff to communicate with them, because one of their requests was that our students provide basic sign language skills to their frontline staff.
Oh wow, that's amazing stuff. Kudos to Bank Windhoek for their initiative. Now, finally, what is next for Namcol in terms of curriculum development?
Well, we're very excited. Like I said, we do assessment of MARC needs. So there's one of the programs that we're going to offer soon is the Masters in Youth and Community Development, because we all know that we need to not just have anyone work with the youth, but qualified people knowing what they need. So that's one of the programs that we're going to offer as from next year.
Oh, I love that. I love that you said that you need qualified people.
Yes.
That's very important. Thank you very much for joining us on Africa Good Morning. It's a pleasure, and we commend you for the work that you're doing.
Thank you, Aina.
All right, this has been Ms. Imogene Hilukiluah, who is the program developer at Namcol, talking to us about quality and inclusive education.
For today's recommendation, I am looking at African Black Soap. I've been using this product for a couple of months now, and it's amazing. So let me go show you exactly why I say so. African Black Soap is a type of natural handmade soap that's ideal for those with oily or acne-prone skin types, though some can contain properties that are beneficial for severely dry skin. It has been used in Africa for centuries, and it is typically sourced from raw farm produce in West African regions. African Black Soap is handmade and used as a shampoo, face soap, and body bar. Its black color is due to the ash in the product. Usually black soap is a mixture of water and the ashes of plantain skins or palm leaves, cocoa pod powder, palm oil, coconut oil, shea butter, and honey is added. Unlike traditional soaps, which tend to be synthetic, black soap has a rough texture, making it excellent as an exfoliant. But because plants don't grow the same every time, batches can vary even if they're from the same brand. It's possible that one batch could be fine for you, while another has more of an ingredient that could possibly cause a skin reaction. There are tons of benefits of using African Black Soap. One of the main properties is that it's antibacterial, and these properties African Black Soap contains makes it an effective cleanser and a natural alternative to others that may be filled with chemicals. It's also anti-inflammatory. The active ingredient in the ashes of the soap is sulfur, a potent antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory agent. The rough nature of the soap exfoliates the skin, and the sulfur kills bacteria and fungus on the skin. It's also moisturizing. The oils in the soap stop excessive water loss caused by bathing, so water stays trapped in the skin, locking in the moisture. And who doesn't want that? It also improves skin tone and texture. The rough nature of the soap helps exfoliate the skin, and over time it can help with exfoliating dead, hyperpigmented skin. It also helps with dandruff. The antifungal and anti-inflammatory activity of the ash helps to kill dandruff causing yeast. The key thing to remember with African black soap is that a little goes a long way, and using too much will definitely be drying to already parched skin. It's important to wet your face, wet the bar until you get a lather. With the soap on your hands, wash your face in circular motions for 90 seconds, avoiding the skin on the eyelids. Rinse off with cool water. For a deeper clean, rub with a washcloth or exfoliating brush before rinsing off. If you have dry skin, apply a moisturizer. Upon first use, even those with oily skin might notice that the skin feels dry and tight, which should last for about a week. In theory, this is caused by the soap drawing out impurities and excess oils, and the pH levels of the skin will eventually balance out after a few days. The soap can also cause a tingling, sometimes burning sensation, leading to a reddened skin. This will also eventually resolve for most people, but before going full throttle and using African black soap on your face, it is recommended to do a patch test. For today's life hack, if you have a ring around your bathtub that you can't seem to get rid of, simply use coffee grounds on the grease and then rinse with warm water. Next up, Jeanette, die Hartfield Flex Minute.
Hi everyone and welcome back to yet another Flex Minute. I'm Jeanette Diergaard, your presenter for Flex, and today I will be showing you all some variations that you can do on a chair that will just amp up your workout a bit more and just add a little bit more sass to your workout, spices and everything. So what we're going to start off with is a normal step up. Now friends, why are we using a chair? Because I don't personally have money to buy myself a step ladder. Normally what the step ladder would look like, it's just this black rectangular thing, and if you have that, do buy it, and if you don't, use a chair. So we're going to start with a basic step up. Okay, so you're basically just stepping up. Now with the cool thing with the chair is that you have a lot more height that you have to go climb onto, so you're working on those muscles. But obviously if you have a step ladder, you go faster and you're working on those calves as well. And then my last one that I'm going to show you guys is just to position one leg on the chair and then lean a bit forward and bring that leg up. Okay, so you're working on those glutes, you're working on those hamstrings, and you can do that for 30 seconds to a minute, whatever works for you. That brings us to the end of today's Flex Minute. I hope to see you all next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, could you figure out, if I only have one eye and I can't see, what am I? I am a needle. I will be back again with you, same place, same time, for a brand new recommendation and an interview just for you. Hope to see you there.
As julle wil, kan ek julle gou die woorde leer vir julle. Dit is nie so moeilik nie, ek dink julle gaan dit kry. Gaan so. Hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? 25 years and my life is still trying to get up a great big hill of hope towards a destination. I realized quick when I thought I knew this world is made up of this brotherhood of mine. Forever without me. Now I cry sometimes when I'm laying in bed, just to get it all out what's in my head. I'm feeling just a little peculiar. I wake up in the morning and I step outside. I take a deep breath, I get real high, and I scream at the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? Oh Lord, I try. Oh my God, do I try? I try all the time. This institution. Oh Lord, I pray. Oh my God, do I pray? I pray every day for revolution. Now I cry sometimes when I'm laying in bed, just to get it all out what's in my head. I'm feeling a little peculiar. I wake up in the morning and I step outside. I take a deep breath, I get real high, and I scream out the top of my lungs, what's going on? 1, 2, 3, and I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? Break it down. And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? 1, 2, 3, and I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get off, I'd like to just one more time say thank you to you guys for supporting such a great trust. Let's give a round of applause to you guys. Then I'd just like to say thank you to my band. On the drums, Mr. Adam Brandon Kirby from Cape Town, South Africa. On the drums from Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, Mr. Wayne Mhlanga. And my name is Vaughan Orange. Are you guys ready for Adam Dust? Are you guys ready for Adam Dust? And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on?